And we get things started off in the lightweight division. Your tale of the tape brought to you by Autoshopper.com. Gil Guardado, 30 years of age, 5'11", weighed in just over 156 pounds. And there you see his reach. His opponent tonight comes all the way from Tbilisi, Georgia, Giga Chikadze. Really unknown fighter coming in with just one professional bout as the 27-year-old makes his World Series of Fighting debut. As we give you an update on the rules for the World Series of Fighting, it's a 10-point must system based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and of course cage control. There are no knees or kicks to the head of a grounded opponent. So we get things started here at World Series of Fighting 26 in the lightweight division. Gil Guardado, Giga Chikadze making his debut here at the World Series of Fighting. Big opportunity for him. And boss, I have to tell you, the athletes that are coming from that part of Eastern Europe, it is crazy, the great Russian invasion, as Chael would say. Yeah, we don't know anything about him. He fought once, so there's not a lot of footage on the guy. Right. We know Guardado, he's good. He's from his 4 wins, all stoppages. 2 knockouts, 2 submissions, so he's good everywhere. Chikadze starts off with a low kick, now training at a Huntington Beach, California. Young man that made his way to the States by way of the Russian Republic of Georgia. And a takedown attempt coming from Guardado, and nice defense there. Chikadze finally gets to the ground, goes to the closed guard, and now Guardado will try to do some damage here. Yeah, Chikadze was very smart. Put him in the guard while he went down. Right. So he knows exactly what his position is and where his opponent is. It's a good sign. Gil Guardado now making his home here in Las Vegas. He's a strength and conditioning coach at Extreme Couture with a strong wrestling background. And wow, those up kicks are effective. They're effective and legal. Strike leader for a triangle. You catch a heel to the chops on the guy who's on his back, boss. He'll do some damage. And now Guardado's going to try to walk Chikadze up against the cage. Henzo Gracio like Taktarov. That was, Henzo kicked him from like that in the face. Henzinho did that. Henzinho did that. Oh, he's the best. So early opportunity here for Guardado after Chikadze maybe scored the most points of this early first round with the up kicks from his back.
Good. Take your time and breathe. Find your spot. Find your opening. Touch your ear. There you go. Nice. Cut it up, Leather. Cut it up.
He's gonna keeps on wailing with those heels, which is very smart. Only needs to connect once.
Well, Guardado does not want to let him get up.
Yeah, he doesn't want to strike with him. He wants to go ground game. Yeah, there's no leg lock there.
Those up kicks, you see some of the guys try to step to the side, and that's what he does here. Now he finds himself in a very difficult position. Nope. Chikadze gives up on it.
Push him to your belly, sit up. The modified Scarfos, you can do something here. You're on the bottom.
These are tough fights to fight in. You're the first bout on the card. The crowd's not quite warmed up yet. The fans are still coming into the arena, and you got to put on a show. And it's relatively quiet from what we'll see tonight in the championship bout when Lance Palmer puts his belt on the line against Alexandre Almeida.
Yeah, that's going to be a whole different atmosphere. I can tell you right now. Right now, it's so quiet they can probably hear exactly what we're saying right now.
All right, so if you are Chikadze right now in 2-12 coming up in this round, what are you telling your fighter? What does he need to do here?
Well, he needs to get him in the guard, you know, and at least keep him in that half guard. His opponent already was trying to escape that, push the leg out, but he didn't let him, he didn't allow him. So we know that Chikadze is well versed on the ground as well. He knows exactly where he is. Trying to figure out what the tattoo that is on his back.
As Boss does that, I'll tell you that Guardado has a serious wrestling background, and he is coming off a win at World Series of Fighting 22 over Pete Martin. Boss also told you that Chikadze really not much known about this fighter coming from Eastern Europe, now training in Huntington Beach, California. One fight on his record, but he's listed as this as being his first pro fight. And how about this?
Flipped him, right away put him in the guard. He couldn't get up. His opponent stopped him from getting up, and right away he had at least his opponent in the guard now, not the half guard.
Guardado now going to the quick strikes and the elbows, which can be very effective. Closing the guard yet again does Chikadze.
You know, yeah, and if you make it higher also, you can stop him from striking. He can still strike, but not with power because he can't load up. He has to move away from that fence. This is not a good position for him.
Wow. Again, the up kick striking.
Yep.
Final 30 seconds here, round number 1. This one's scheduled for 3 in the lightweight division. Man on top right now is Gil Guardado, who has controlled this bout for most of round number 1. Giga Chikadze has scored some nice points on up kicks, but other than that, boss, he has not been able to really find his rhythm, and maybe this fighting from the back thing is just not working for him. He wants to get this more of a striking bout.
Yeah, Guardado's just really good from top position, but now he knows.
Right.
You know, now Chikadze knows in the second round he's going to really watch out for the takedown. I guarantee you that.
All right, thank you, Joey Varner, reporting backstage. Our next fight stays in the featherweight division. Hakeem Dawodu taking on Merit Magomedov, and Hakeem Dawodu, boss, has the game face on. He's ready to go right now. I thought Joey might get in scrap with him.
Listen, yeah, 5-0, 5 knockouts. So it works for him the last 5 times. Let's see if he can do it today.
Yep. Really nice undercard here at World Series of Fighting 26 from the Chelsea Theater, the Cosmopolitan Hotel, as we close out 2015, an exciting year at the WSOF. Round number 2 underway, and you can see right off the bat, Giga Chikadze looks like he wants to keep this one standing up. Coming forward with a nice combination there with a knee.
Really nice flying knee there. And you can tell he's staying on the outside now. He's not pushing the fight anymore. He doesn't want to be taken down. He knows that if that happens again, he's going to lose this round. That's 2 rounds to 0. And that in the end, even if he wins the last one,
snap that kick off the midsection.
Was it the hip? You would say on the thigh, but it was on the hip. It's got to hurt. Beautiful.
Guardado says, I've had enough of that striking, so I'm going to go for the takedown. This is where he had success in round number 1.
Very nicely done. Perfect timing.
So Chikadze is probably going to go back after this fight and say, I need to work on stuffing those attempts at takedowns.
Yep, I'll tell you. It's easier said than done. You know, if somebody times it perfect like he did, it's hard to stop.
What is the key on that, boss? An effective takedown, obviously you strike quickly, obviously you get in there quick. Is it to the hips, is it to the legs? It just doesn't matter as long as you get him to the ground.
They say, yeah, or for the person who takes him down?
Right.
Yeah, it's closing that space at the moment he throws a power shot. And that's what happened here. He tries to throw a power shot. Power shots you can only throw when you plant your feet. And at the moment the feet are planted, that's your moment to shoot in. And he will give it to you.
Giga doing a nice job on his back, rising up with those elbows, not putting a lot of steam into him, but doing a great job of frustrating Guardado. Now he's going to work on that right, fighter's right midsection of Chikadze.
I like that. There was some good body shots. And he steered away from what everybody else is doing, which I applaud. Just hit the body really hard and hit it 5, 6, 7 times and then go to the head. Everybody does the buddy head, you know. They tap twice on the body, but those taps, they're not going to block because they're taps. Now, if you hit really hard to the body twice, you're going to force them to block it, and that will open up the head.
Wow. And now Guardado really opening up with some heavy leather, coming with that left, dropping the hammer down on Chikadze.
Yeah, Guardado is doing a great job here.
So it's pretty clear at this point that Gil Guardado has owned the ground and pound game in this fight so far. And now mixing up his repertoire with that big knee.
Beautiful job there. Escape. Oh, and now full mount. Yeah, there we go. This is not a good position for Chikadze. Then again, as soon as he sits up, there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. It's pretty easy to put him back in the half guard. You don't see this a lot, which always blows my mind.
So he gives up the back, and then it goes back to the mount.
I wouldn't do that, yeah. He's in half guard now. Yeah, turning on your belly, I don't think it's a smart thing to do against Guardado.
And boss, so many fighters seem to do that though, because it's the immediate reaction to get away from that heavy leather, the elbows, the pounding, the hammer fists.
Yeah, but then you can't see the strikes coming anymore. Right. And the submission attempts.
And you expose the neck, correct?
Yep, that's it.
Coming up on 1 minute to go here. This is round 2, scheduled for 3 in the lightweight division. We'll keep the fighters straight for you, as both of them are wearing the black and red trunks. Right now it's Gil Guardado on the top, and Giga Chikadze making his World Series of Fighting debut. And now you see the cut being opened up, it looks like on the forehead of Chikadze.
It's weird that Guardado didn't try to pull that left leg out. There was this moment like 10 seconds ago, he really simply could have slipped it out and go for a full mount.
Wow, more of the elbows coming now. I don't know, boss, whose blood that is. It might not be. It might be Guardado's forehead that's bleeding. Get a look at it in between rounds. This one's scheduled for 3.
No, I think it's the right eye.
I think it's the eyebrow.
Yeah, Chikadze.
Yep.
There we go again.
Boy, getting the full mount and just Guardado.
Pull that leg out. He should pull that leg out.
You're talking about Guardado.
Guardado on top,
yep.
yeah. It's you know, if he can, he should. Why not jump in full mount and go full blast?
There it is again. He's attacking that cut with that elbow. Big elbow coming from Guardado at the end of round number 2.
All right, baby.
That looked like a big cut, right?
Yep.
Give me a big
Lead
deep
doctor
breath.
David Watson will come inside and take a look at it.
Somebody's bleeding, it's not us. You're good. That's beautiful work. Beautiful work. Give me another big deep breath. Slow that heart rate down. All right, he's gonna come out desperate this one.
Let's go back and look at round number 2, boss, and this is probably where that cut came from with Guardado in the dominant position. Watch this elbow.
Yep.
Doesn't have to have a lot of power behind it, does it?
It doesn't. And it depends also if your opponent is the cheekbones are very sharp, you know, then it will bleed real fast. I have the same problem. You know, my cheekbones are very, very sharp.
Stand up.
So here we go, the 3rd and final round. Gil Guardado and that man, Giga Chikadze, making his World Series of Fighting debut here at the center of the Decagon in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming to you from the Cosmopolitan Hotel and the Chelsea Theater. Kim Winslow in charge of the action here, and this is our opening bout of our WSOF 26 card, the undercard getting underway. Before we lead things up to the main event of the night, Lance Palmer putting his featherweight belt on the line against Alexandre Almeida. Boss, I gotta think Chikadze, if he has any chance, he's got to keep this fight standing up.
He's got to keep it standing up. He needs to knock him out. He needs to win by knockout or submission. Otherwise, he's going to lose this fight.
Gil Guardado has been in control, especially when the game has gone to the mats, and he's probably looking again. Would you advise him to get another takedown to just get this thing down where he controls it?
Yeah, I wouldn't take any risk. I mean, that's his bread and butter. We saw now that 2 rounds he totally dominated it once it went to the ground. So yeah.
It's your time. Let's go.
Wait and shoot in. Yeah, couldn't shoot in on that one because that was a hard kick.
And this is where Chikadze has had success. Started things off with this bout. If you go back to round number 1, the first shot fired was that inside kick, and look how it just takes the knee out from Guardado.
It's smart because, you know, he can't plant his feet to shoot forward because you kick the front leg out. Especially if he's in the south position like he is now, southpaw position. Now that kick is really hard, see?
This time goes to the left leg of Guardado.
Yeah, he connected a bunch of times out there. 3 in a row.
As you think about those, and for folks watching at home who have not been around the sport long, it doesn't look like much. You think, oh, we just kicked his leg, big deal. That's the injury that if it's a longer fight, you're going to feel it, and you're definitely going to feel it tomorrow morning.
And it depends when you hit it. You know, if they are able to flex the muscle, it's like with your abs, the same thing, then you can hold it. But if you do not flex your muscle, it could be 1 or 2 kicks over. My last fight was 3 low kicks, and the fight was over. You know, but I felt the one that I kicked him, I felt literally my shin touching his bone. That means he wasn't flexing.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Oh,
wow, nice combination. Chikadze coming forward with a left and then the kick. And Guardado says, I've had enough of this. He goes for the shot, no takedown there. So now it is on as we go 250 this one, and here it is.
That's what I wanted to say before. He's got to watch out. He's going to be too hungry now. He has time enough.
Guardado closed that distance so much quicker.
Yep, he got too confident. Chikadze, he shouldn't have done that. He should have stayed on the outside.
Boy, he was having a lot of success, and now it's almost a full mount side control Guardado. Look how fast things change in the world of MMA. If you were training Chikadze, when you get him back in the gym on Monday, is this the first thing you work on? Is ground defense or how to escape or
you have to
stuffing the takedown attempt?
Yeah, apparently this is his Achilles heel. You know, I think he has a great ground game. I just think his opponent, Guardado, is really well versed on the ground as well, and he knows exactly where he is.
As we mentioned, Guardado, strength and conditioning coach at Extreme Couture here in Vegas. A strong wrestling background with Ron Frazier in his corner.
Yeah, Robert Follis is also training there, teaching there. You know, he's a great ground guy as well. Great mixed martial artist, but you know, his specialty is the ground.
It's got to be considered one of the best camps in Vegas, isn't it? Extreme Couture.
Yep, they really are. Man, Chikadze, he gave it up.
Yeah. Had something going there. It looked like he was going to turn the things in round number 3, and as soon as the takedown happened with Guardado, he has since stuffed the offense of Chikadze, now on his back, trying to find a way to get this fight back up again. And if you're Gil Guardado, excuse me, boss, just keep this thing on the ground and doing what you're doing. Just grind this thing out.
That's it. You know, just sit there, throw some elbows, body shots, make sure the referee doesn't put you back on the feet, and he's got it in the bag.
Under a minute to go here, the third and final round in our opening bout of the night. WSOF 26 from Las Vegas in the Cosmopolitan Hotel. What a terrible spot now for Chikadze, up against the cage.
Yep, that was the first round, the same thing, you know, and it was not his favorite position. It didn't work. He was looking for a side choke there, but it didn't work. Chikadze knew exactly what he was working on. 25 seconds.
Chikadze's only hope is that Kim Winslow stands this thing up with 10 seconds to go when he can fire off one of those kicks, but it does not look like it's going to happen. He's going to let this one play out.
Yeah, this is it.
So Gil Guardado looks to have ground his way into a victory here in a flurry in the final seconds of round 3. And what a battle by both gentlemen.
All right, well, that's pretty much all around. I would say for Guardado, you know, round 1 and 2 for sure. Round 3, that could be like an even round because he got hurt in the beginning, but then he took over again. So I kind of give it to him as well. If it would have been the other way around, then maybe not. But it doesn't matter because 2 rounds.
It makes you wonder what could have happened if Chikadze could have kept this thing standing up in round number 3.
The what ifs. It's always like that.
Here's how it started round 3. It was a good round early on for Giga Chikadze. Boom.
Boom. Look at that. Very nicely done.
Gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fighting, we will go to the judges' scorecards for your winner. Judge Cardo Urso scores at 29-28. Adelaide Bird and Sal D'Amato score at 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Gil Guardado.